just when I think, hey, I don't need to post a video tomorrow, I'll take the day off. What happens? Hobby shenanigans happen. Neocards and Comics here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because I'm Carlos, did a video on this earlier and did a pretty good job explaining it, but I figured I'd put my 2 cents out there as well. It came out today that Josh Luber, Chief Visionary Officer of Fanatics, and this came across me same way it did for Carlos, Suze, aka Yank's chick on Twitter. She used to work for Topps, now works for Golden. Very good Twitter follow if you don't follow her on Twitter. Tweeted this out this morning. I saw it when I was scrolling through my stuff, and I said, okay, I'll deal with this after work. And so Luber, the Chief Visionary Officer, is doing a basketball break of 2012-2013 Prizm basketball, first year basketball, which is already kind of weird because it's Josh Luber, the CEO of Fanatics, going to break Prizm basketball, a Panini product, but that's just kind of slightly weird. And I don't necessarily know what the end goal here is, other than, brand awareness for Fanatics or whatever. And who does he choose? He's, I have this case. I don't know who purchased, whatever. He chooses a breaker to team up with for this. And who does he choose? Backyard breakers, breaks, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know all the shenanigans that they've done. I am not a big breaker person. I have never bought into a break. I generally advise people to either just make sure that you really know what you're getting into when you go to enter a break, that you are literally gambling. Personally, I like to attempt to make money on sports cards, and breaking or ripping wax personally is usually one of the worst ways to do it. It's just basically lighting money on fire in most instances. Typically what I have seen also, and there are lots of really good professional breakers out there, but there are also a lot of shadiness out there in the breaker community as well. Backyard Breaks is definitely knows the shady side of things. They were most recently involved in the Trevor Lawrence Gold Kaboom that they were going to give away and then change their mind. I did a video on that when that happened, and we discussed them previously. In addition to that, they are fairly constantly wrapped up in nonsense. And once again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what all of it is, but there are basically go into any hobby social media space. They definitely have people that love them, and they definitely have people that do not, and that have had significant issues with them or have accused them of doing shady things in regards to random spots, the Trevor Lawrence thing, a bunch of other nonsense. So of all the breakers to team up with, why them? Why them? Is Luber / Fanatics tone deaf and just unaware that this stuff has happened or gone on with them? Or they just, and Carlos talked about this, are they just not vetting these people before they go on? Or, and I forgot to mention, Backyard Breaks are also the ones that just recently pulled the LeBron triple logo man. Much ballyhooed, LeBron triple logo man. Or is it just a matter of these guys have a massive following? Love them or hate them, hate watch them, whatever people do, they move product. They sell a lot of spots, high dollar spots for breaks, and have a massive social media following on IG, whatnot, TikTok, Twitch, the whole 9 yards. They have a massive following behind them. My personal opinion, they're clowns, but what do I know? But clearly, for a large portion of people in the hobby, hopefully viewers of this channel not included, but if you like them, you like them. You like what you like. But for a large portion of the hobby, or at least a portion of the hobby, just based off their social media presence and the amount of product that they move, a lot of people seem to enjoy their, let's call it, shtick. I personally don't. I don't need to see 20-somethings in crop tops screaming at the top of their lungs about cards. That's not really why I am here. I prefer to steal a quote from the Card Ladder folks more scholarly content. And I don't think that this is what Chris, Christina, and Josh had in mind when they talk about scholarly content. And now your chief visionary officer of the future of sports cards and trading cards in general is teaming up with these guys to do a box break. Regardless of why they're doing the box break, just the fact that these two, or that Josh is teaming up with them, just appearing on their channel, even if there was no break involved, whatever, just associating with them is going to bring a certain level of side eye, let alone actually going through and doing a break with them. Up until this point, I have given Fanatics, for the most part, the benefit of the doubt in regards to them kind of taking over the sports card world. This is the first thing that they've truly done that I'm going, interesting. A lot of people felt that way about the Zero Cool V-Friend stuff. I've talked about that to death already. That didn't get me as personally super fired up. There was a bunch of secondary market things that were going on with that product for sure. And people have even speculated, once again, the tinfoil hat brigade is in full force on this one. And once again, Carlos talked about this on his video, because I'm Carlos. You know, these guys broke a lot of V-Friends. So is this a return pat on the back for moving a bunch of V-Friends product, if you want to go down that rabbit hole? I'm not saying that is, it's not, I really don't know. But like I said, the tinfoil hat brigade loves a good conspiracy theory, and that's an easy one to latch onto with these guys. The other simple thing is, most people forget about a lot of this stuff. I mean, you know, I've only been back into the sports card world the last few years, but there's been people prior to this that have done card trimming scandals and shill bidding things and fake memorabilia and autographs from years and years and years ago. And a lot of those people's names still filter in and out of the sports card world today. So people either forget, don't care, and then there's a segment of people that do care, that continue to bring them up and make sure that people are aware before they do business with them, that like, hey, FYI, you know, skeletons in the closet here. But a vast majority of people just either don't care. They just want whatever card that they want. They want to flip whatever they want to flip, make their little percentage piece and move on to the next thing. And they really don't care about what someone else has done. So I'm sure a little bit of it, or actually probably a lot of it, has to do with that. This probably, if, once again, assuming, and I have to assume, God, I hope so, that Luber and Fanatics are aware of these guys' past, and they potentially maybe just made a business decision and said, yeah, you know, a certain segment of people will get mad. We'll get some social media backlash for it. But, you know, we break product on there. It's going to move stuff. It's going to move the needle because they have such a large following. So you kind of pay the social media hit. How do I want to say this? The hit that they're going to take on the social media side is going to be small in comparison to the benefit that they will get, the exposure that they will get, positive exposure that they will get by teaming up with Backyard Breaks because of their massive following. So they are willing to pay the price, take the hit that they'll take from a vocal minority of people that are going to sit back and go, really? Seriously? Those guys? Versus the amount of people that continue to support these guys with their wallets, with their eyeballs, with their watch time, with their view counts, with their whatevers. They probably balance those scales and go, yeah, that's a win. We'll do it. Sure. Done. You know, and that's not factoring in any of the tinfoil hat brigade stuff or shenanigans or, you know, any other wild speculative theories that you want to go down to as to why they're teaming up with them. People will also draw some lines, probably connect some dots back to the LeBron triple logo man. Oh, how did these guys get it? You know, this, that, and the other thing. So just this is the first real time since the Fanatics stuff and the Luber stuff that I am definitely side-eyeing this one for sure in regards to, there's plenty of big breakers out there. I feel like there is someone else you could have chosen. I remember even talking about, and now, I mean, I look like an idiot. I remember saying, when the Trevor Lawrence kaboom thing happened, I think I said in the video I did about the Trevor Lawrence thing happening, could you imagine, this could be an exact quote or close to it, I said something similar to this. Could you imagine Fanatics sitting there watching this? They must be beside themselves. Little did I know they were beside themselves to cut the line and do business with them. Who would have known? So, you're really curious for thoughts and comments down below on this one. So let me know what you guys and girls think. We'll have to keep an eye on this one. We'll see how Saturday goes, I guess. But like, comment, subscribe. Thought I had a day off today. Smack the notification bell, I guess. I don't know. And then tomorrow's video is a little cards versus comics. That's right. Comic books make a reappearance on the channel. So check that out tomorrow morning. If you haven't finished the Peter interview from SGC, I encourage you to deep dive into that. There is a ton of good information in there, even deep into that sit down. I know it was a long one, so that's why I was planning on not posting anything today to give people time if they wanted to dive back into that one. So that's all I have for you guys and girls. Catch you tomorrow morning. Peace.